This is Shay Eskew. Thanks for tuning in as part of my Kona inspired series. I think one of the things that's kind of separated me from other burn survivors is that at an early age I realized if you can't laugh at yourself, life's going to be pretty miserable. So one of the things I started doing was taking what some people saw as a abnormality, meaning lack of an ear, and try to use it as part of a humor series. Getting people to laugh at it. I feel like when you take your biggest shortcoming and then you can laugh at it, people won't understand what is it about you that you can laugh at yourself like that when other people are very sensitive to anything, whether it's a bad haircut, they feel like their arms don't look like they should, maybe they've got pimples. One of the things I think that made me famous early on regarding my "where's my ear" stories was going to a neighborhood pool. A small kid came up, and I say small, he's probably about 6, and said, "Hey, where's your ear?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Your ear, you don't have a right ear." I said, "Yeah, I do." And then I reached out, I was like, "Oh my gosh. I hit my head on the diving board a while ago, but I didn't think anything about it." So he grabs 5 of his friends, they go over to the diving area, and they're like, "We see it, it's on the drain. Do you want us to get it for you?" I said, "Man, that'd be great." Luckily, I knew these kids couldn't swim all the way down to the drain, so they spent the next 15 minutes diving down about 6 feet. They'd come up, gasping for air, and they'd say, "Man, we can't get it. What are we going to do?" I said, "Well, let's just wait till the pool closes, then I'll get the sweeper out and comb the bottom." Luckily, they didn't hang around long enough for us to do that. Another thing that kind of caught some attention was when I actually got the prosthetic ear. Initially, they made it of clay, and when the doctor was fitting me for it, I asked him to snap a picture. He was puzzled. He goes, "Why would you want a picture of this? This is not what your actual ear is going to look like." I said, "Just for keepsakes." Well, that night I uploaded it to Facebook, and I put the comment, "chocolate ear." And said, "What do you guys think? I actually got this one half off." Immediately, people started emailing back, "Dude, how much? You can't wear that. Let us know. We're happy to chip in." And then when I actually got the thing, wore it to work, and of course they were ecstatic because they had seen the 6-month process it took to actually get the ear. Required 3 surgeries. They did one where they pulled the scalp back. They drilled 3 screws into my skull, laid the scalp down. They then came back 6 months later and had to pull the scalp back, poke holes through my scalp, fold my scalp back down. So it's a very burdensome and long process. So when I actually got the ear, people at work didn't know what to expect, and I told them it was Bluetooth compatible. It had GPS. I also told them that I could just tap it and start recording calls. Of course, then people didn't know whether to believe me or not. I said, "Look, we can even use this thing for conference calls." And I slid it to the middle of the table. I said, "All you got to do is start talking into it." My boss looks at me. He started laughing. And I said, "Lewis, I think the sales call I got today, if it starts going south, I'm going to just take my ear off and hand it to the client and say, 'Look, you've always got my ear. I'll be listening.'" There's many more stories, but I won't bore you with all this tonight. But hopefully this gives you insight into one of the things that's always helped me. I think comic relief, being able to laugh at yourself, really helps put other people at ease. It helps them understand how to approach you. It really says a lot about who you are. Life's going to be pretty miserable if you rely on others to tell you what you should think of yourself. The better you feel about yourself, the more comfortable you are laughing at your shortcomings. I think the happier you're going to be in the long run. Well, I hope that's helpful. I hope you understand a little bit more about me and some of the process I went through. And again, I ask for you to vote for me for Kona Inspired July 4th through the 18th. Vote every day, vote often, and please spread the word. Thanks, and have a great night.